So what in the world is going on with Anthem? Well, very good question. We have a bunch of brand new articles that were recently posted from Forbes, Kotaku, and elsewhere talking about Anthem, the future of the franchise. Also asking the big question, what's going on, Bioware? Where are you? Because there's been a lot of silence from Bioware lately. Then we're going to be talking about something really interesting, how Anthem has influenced Bioware's games going forward. So hey everyone, what's up? Open World Games here. Let's do this. Let's talk about more Anthem. And by the way, expect some more Borderlands 3 videos to be trickling in the channel very soon. Also, check out the Discord in the description below. Join the Discord, check it out if you want a place to hang out and also prep for Borderlands 3 and talk about Borderlands and of course Anthem. But anyway, this was posted here by Generic Zombie Vamp, who says this: anyone else remember pre-launch Bioware? Right now all we have is silence. And he posted an image, an interesting image showing all the replies from all of the developers from Bioware and what it has turned into now, which is basically complete silence. And such a bummer to see. And this sentiment was also felt by Forbes, who posted this article saying this: I'm not even sure what I'm waiting for anymore when it comes to Anthem, because such a deafening silence lately. And sure, we have gotten the recent patch, but we haven't gotten anything in terms of long-term commitment, like an update about what they're going to be doing going forward with Act 2, 3, and so on. The Cataclysm, we still don't even know exactly what to expect from this Cataclysm. But yeah, apparently they're working on all this stuff behind the scenes. But yeah, let's go back to that Forbes article, because it goes on to say this: sure, the game could triple drop rates tomorrow and make legendary farming less of a giant pain, but then what? I don't know what I'm gearing up for other than moving into higher Grandmaster difficulties, which are far less efficient than just speed farming Grandmaster 1. And the roadmap the game has tells me very little about what's coming and what I'm supposed to be waiting for. And check out this full article in the description below. It has some really good points here. Furthermore, it says this: a single new stronghold is being added this month, the Sunken, and the current calendar has 6 different free play events listed as Cortex locked, not announced right now, despite the fact that we're already a third of the way through this month, which is just, you know, driving me crazy, because we haven't even heard what these other free play events are supposed to be. You know, they're supposed to really progress with the free play experience. And what has happened more recently, as you guys may know, is that they, you know, kind of had a bug with the Titans and the Ursics. They weren't prevalent as much as they needed to be, and they fixed that, of course. But yeah, that's basically free play hasn't evolved at all as promised. So we need to be hearing about stuff related to these locked Cortex events. Then it says this: if Anthem's fixes and content updates are just trickles, a new stronghold here, a world event there, a few new story missions and cutscenes appearing, I just don't know if there will ever be a defining moment where people can say, ah, Anthem is good now, come try it. Diablo 3 had Reaper of Souls, Destiny 1 had the Taken King, Destiny 2 had Forsaken, big content expansions that arrived with other changes and fixes that made for clear points to jump into the game despite the negative press for it beforehand. Now, I've been playing the hell out of Borderlands 2, and sometimes you just wake up and you're like, holy crap, this is still like one of the best games in terms of how it was designed. And I don't know why Anthem didn't mirror the designs in Borderlands 2 a lot more. It was like, I can go to Sanctuary, for example, which you can compare to the fort in Anthem, and grab myself a ton of, you know, kind of story-driven side activities, and just go out into the world and stay out in the world and do those one after the other, and they're so unique from one another too. And that's kind of what Anthem needs for free play. And I really think Bioware just needs to sit and actually take the time out to study Borderlands 2 and these games that actually nailed down the open world free roaming type experience. They even have convoys in Borderlands 2 as well. So yeah, the big thing also is this Cataclysm coming up. It's going to determine a lot of stuff for me personally with this game. If the Cataclysm sucks, then it's going to be like that. You know, I think for a lot of us, that's going to be it for Anthem. I have to nail down this Cataclysm going forward in May. Now, there was another interesting article posted, and this is where Anthem does things right. It was from Polygon. It says, why the combat in Anthem feels so damn good. And it says the game designer digs into Anthem's best parts. Check this article out in the description below. It was definitely very interesting, and it's so true. The combat is one of the saving graces with this game. I enjoy it so much, and can you imagine having a really good, solid foundation in terms of, you know, game design with the loot and the free play and everything working together and jiving well. If only it was like, you know, Borderlands again. That would be huge. But, okay, let's keep going here. We've got another cool article from Kotaku called, check this out here. Well, this is from Jason Schreier. First of all, he says this out on Twitter. He says, why more than 4 years after Dragon Age Inquisition is Dragon Age 4 still so early in development? The answer to that question is reflective of Bioware's turbulent last few years. Here's my latest feature about the past and present of Dragon Age, and that's what the article is called, The Past and Present of Dragon Age. And it basically talks about how Anthem has had a heavy influence on Bioware as a whole, and then also Dragon Age 4 going forward. And there's some takeaways from this article right here. This is one of the you know, excerpts. It says, so what does all this mean exactly? How much of a multiplayer focus will Dragon Age 4 have? Is it online only? We're not too sure about all the details, and in fact, they're likely still being decided as the game is still very early in development and could evolve based on the negative reception to Anthem. Rumor among Bioware circles for the past year has been that Morrison is Anthem with Dragons, a snarky label conveyed to me by several people, but a couple of current Bioware employees have waved me off that description. The idea was that Anthem would be an online game and that Dragon Age and Mass Effect, while they may experiment with online portions, that's not what defines them as franchises. I don't think you'll see us completely change those franchises. I recall Casey Hudson of Bioware also said that they were going to have Anthem as their big online game, and then keep the core experience with Dragon Age and Mass Effect still very much alive. But it sounds like to me, from this article, Anthem, you know, when it was being developed at least, had an influence on the other franchises in that they wanted to trickle in more online components into those games, making them into proper live service games. And I know that live service word makes a lot of us have anxiety for sure. So yeah, hopefully they don't take this too far, of course. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that with the failures of Anthem and the problems that it has had, I'm sure that Bioware has most likely had to take a step back with Dragon Age 4 especially, and gone like, holy crap, we cannot mess this up. So we'll see what happens. But the article goes on to say this. This is what Jason Schreier furthermore says. He says, please do keep in mind that nobody, including the team behind Dragon Age 4, knows what Dragon Age 4 will ultimately look like. It's changing every day, and the negative reception to Anthem plus EA's awful recent track record might have a very real impact. And I agree with that. I really do think that they're going to have to take a step back with whatever online plans they have for Dragon Age 4. Now, the article did mention that it could be likely that you would see like possible drop-in, drop-out co-op, and then the core experience could be where you can still experience the single-player story by yourself. So that's something that's more realistic for Dragon Age 4 going forward. But let me know what you guys want. Do you just want like a pure single-player experience? There's been plenty of games lately that have offered stellar single-player experience. They still sell very well. Sony has been the ones that have proven that time and time again. Maybe they're not pushing the numbers that GTA 5 is pushing or Fortnite with their live services, and that's what EA is looking at. But they still push numbers, and they still, you know, support the studios to make the next big game. So I guess it just depends on how far you want your earnings to be pushed. And EA, they want it like every game to, you know, earn like Fortnite, of course. All right, so there was definitely another interesting post here from Legion, who says this: we need this reward system back. And he shows how you're actually given specific rewards, well, at least shown what you will be rewarded for performing certain, you know, side quests. And that's something that also Borderlands has. Like Borderlands 2 gives you an indication of what you're going for here, so you can kind of prioritize what you want to do. Like it'll show that you're going to be getting some sort of rare shotgun. You don't know exactly what the shotgun can do, or maybe it's like a shotgun and shield that's split up, and you're like, huh, this seems like a cool, I'm definitely going to do this side activity now because I love shotguns. Or maybe you don't love shotguns and you go on to the next side activity. but the rewards are guaranteed, and this is something, it's so basic and it needs to be in Anthem. And then this was a post from Avenger who says this: it would be nice to have some guaranteed rewards laid out for us like that, even award us for individual score. Maybe then people will stop flying over all the little guys to skip to the end of the contract. Yeah, very good point there as well. So that's it for the latest happenings around Anthem. There were some actual interesting findings from AnthemArchive.com. They do some great work data mining stuff. They showed off some of the weapons that could be coming to the game. The Chakram here, you've seen some images of them before. And then we have the Kinesis, and then the Lightning Rel type gun. They all seem to be Dominion weapons, except for the Chakram. I don't think that's going to be Dominion weapon, but these are some of the weapons that could be coming to the game, and it's expected that they would be legendary variants as well, like they would offer Masterwork and legendary variants. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned here to Open World Games for more open world gaming goodness. And yeah, thank you for all of the love and support on the videos. Once again, stay tuned, and I will see you next time. Take care.